Hi everybody, and welcome to another Sweet Savant video. Today we're going to do a chicken comparison. I bought 2 chickens yesterday, one from the local grocery store up the street and one from a more high-end grocery store. Now, the first difference I'm going to talk about is price. The chicken from the grocery store up the street weighs 4 pounds and the price is $4.93. The chicken from the more high-end grocery store also weighs about 4 pounds, but the price was $17.19. Another difference I want to talk about is in the plumpness. This chicken from the local grocery store, and you can see it on the label here, it contains up to 12% of broth solution that's been injected to make it look more plump and attractive. This chicken hasn't been injected with any kind of solution. It's just been pasture raised, and you can also see there's a difference in color. This chicken is more yellow in color, while this chicken is a little paler. They add some more colorful ingredients to the chicken's feed, the chicken that comes from the grocery store, to give it another, the more yellow and attractive color. And with the injected broth solution, you're getting more water instead of more chicken. And also, when you begin to cook this chicken, some of that water can leach out and keep your chicken from getting nicely browned. And there's also sodium that's included in that broth solution, so you'd have to adjust your seasoning so you don't have so that your chicken is not too salty. Now, I've taken both chickens out of their packages and put them in pans. This is the chicken from the local grocery store up the street, and this is the chicken from the high-end market. If you notice, the chicken from the grocery store up the street, there's some liquid collected at the bottom of the pan, while there is no liquid collected at the bottom of the pan from the chicken from the high-end grocer. You'll also notice that the chicken from the grocery store up the street came with giblets, while the chicken from the high-end market did not come with any giblets, which is a problem if you want to make rice dressing with the gizzards and the liver, or stock with the chicken neck. One other difference between the 2 chickens is the breast. The breast from the chicken from the local grocery store is broader than the chicken from the high-end market. Now we're going to cut up the chicken that we bought from the high-end market. I'm going to start with the wing. And if you look right here underneath the arm, the wing, there's a joint. I'm going to take my knife, sharp knife, and just run it right through the joint. And cut that off. And the same on the other side. And take that wing off. Then we're going to go to the leg and go right here between the thigh and the breast. And if you crack it, you can see the joint there. Crack it open and remove the leg. In this farm, the one from the high-end this chicken from the high-end market was grown locally, farm in Georgia. It was grown with no hormones or antibiotics. It's pasture raised on the same farm for its whole life, where it gets to peck and scratch, and eat bugs and worms. And we're going to separate the breast from the breastbone down the center. Just going to remove that. Put that in. Come down the keel bone and remove this breast. Down the wishbone. and save the carcass for stock. We're ready to continue with our chicken comparison. On this side we have the chicken we got from the grocery store up the street, and on this side we have the chicken from the high-end grocery store. We've got them both out of the package and cut up. We'll do a piece-by-piece comparison. Here we have the wings, a wing from each chicken. And if you notice, the wing, even though the birds were about the same weight, the chicken wing here is longer on the chicken from the high-end supermarket than the chicken from the grocery store up the street. And another thing you'll notice is that the wingtip here has turned a brown color, and that may be from defrosting, while this chicken is uniform pale color all the way through. The skin is also, it feels looser on the chicken from the grocery store up the street than it does from the high-end grocery store. We'll also take a look at the chicken thighs, and on the chicken thigh you'll notice that there's more fat on the chicken that we got from the grocery store up the street. The one from the high-end grocery store does not have as much fat on it. It's also a little, it's wetter. You can see the wetness, and it's a little bit more slimy there under the skin. And again, the skin, the texture is different. You can see that from the chicken from the grocery store up the street and the chicken from the more high-end grocery store. And continuing our comparison, here we have the chicken breast. This is the chicken breast from the local grocery store, and this is the chicken breast from the higher-end grocery store. And you can see that the chicken breast from the local grocery store is larger. There's more meat on it compared to the chicken breast from the high-end market. And the chickens from the grocery store are bred to have a larger breast to be more appealing to the consumer. Whereas if you noticed on the thigh of the chicken that we got from the high-end market, that one was larger than the chicken we got from the local grocery store. And when a chicken is out in the field pecking and scratching, it uses its legs more, and that would naturally develop a larger leg and thigh muscle, whereas the breast doesn't do any work at all. So the breast on a chicken that roams free would be smaller.